Greetings, everyone. I'm Wood Hamster,
And I am M4.
and that's Ghost Lady. She just greeted you.
Indeed, she did. I wish she would stop.
Oh, but she's a ghost. She's a possessed, creepy girl.
What do you think the problem is?
Um, she's not kosher.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure. So the farmer's going to tell us a little bit about his woes. He's having some problems with environments. Basically, there are Jaggy and Jaggies that are harassing his farm, and just ripping it to shreds.
How rude.
Also, I'm stealing the pig.
Also rude.
It's my pig.
The carrying pig animation is one of the best ones. Oh dear.
But now that I know that the pig is secured, I can do other things. Also, I like his name, Mr. Ham. Or Dr. Ham, sorry.
Dr. Ham. Good grief.
Yes, I looked at the names and I saw Dr. Ham and I needed it. I had to get it.
Fair enough.
But there is actually a quest called Farm Aid, which is literally what the farmer wanted us to do.
Well, that sounds simple enough.
But, you know, for now, I'm gonna do the Kelpie Horn. For now, you know what? You know, sick people, they need help. You know?
Sick people, they need help.
Yeah.
Well said.
Well,
well
you know,
said.
they need their meds, okay? Kelpie Horn meds.
Yes, they need their ground up horns.
It literally cures everything. It's a wonderful placebo.
Yes.
Actually,
best.
Kelpie Horns do cure everything because they are used for delicious max potions.
Ah, yes, max potions are excellent.
They fill out your health all the way. So, you know, I'd rather help people in need. You know, the farm's already wrecked. You know, they
Can't do much about it.
They need to just fix it up. Then you know. So there's time.
Fair enough then. It shouldn't take long anyway.
Mm-hmm.
2 horns. I mean, all of 2.
Yeah,
Really?
in multiplayer you need quite a few more. But then again, every gathering mission they ramp up the amount you need.
Of course, because they expect you to have 4 people.
Mm-hmm. Well, or 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, but they expect you to have 4. Don't deny it.
Yeah. So what I'm using today, as I probably should have mentioned, is the Sword and Shield. I upgraded it a little. It looks all nice and shiny and tribal as well.
And the village locks you out when you're on a quest.
Yep.
They're kind of mean.
That's why that's why I want to go over to the gate and just take a look. If you're on a
I
quest,
mean, really.
the gate's locked.
What jerks. I mean, really.
Yeah, you know, you can't just run. I guess they just don't want you to run back to town and having big monsters chasing you back in.
Oh, but there are no big monsters on this quest. Just Kelby.
Well, they'll do it for every mission.
Yeah, I know they do.
But it's a simple matter to get the Kelpie Horns. Just whack them with your shield, knock them out, and carve. Don't even have to kill them.
Well, on the contrary, if you do kill them, you're screwing yourself over.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot better to just knock them out. Something to say though, if your hammer is too powerful, you will outright kill the Kelpie before you can actually knock them out.
I've had that problem.
Yeah. Sword and Shield is usually the better weapon to go for, just because it's light and mobile.
And the shield bash does very little damage.
And it's very quick too.
Ah, yes. The go-to beginner weapon, because it's so easy to use.
Mm-hmm. And it's still pretty decent for an advanced weapon.
Oh yes, if you know how to use it, you can do a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. You just need the right setups, of course.
Of course. As with anything.
Yeah. But, you know, this is something that an advanced player will pick up on. The Sword and Shield, mainly, what you want to go for is just elemental and status effects. It's fairly much the melee support weapon.
Pretty much.
But I did a little jump cut, so, you know, who wants to see me walk all the way back to town?
Oh, that's the best part, man. Come on.
Well, I would use a Farcaster, but at this point of the game, I can't really afford to use Farcasters and make them.
Right.
And the subquest was just kill a few Kelby, and, well, apparently knocking them out also counts as killing them. So,
Yeah, for some reason. Took a nice nap.
Didn't get it timed out properly, though.
Oh, so close.
Well, actually not very close.
Well, fine, but you tried.
If you do need warm pelts, this is pretty much the quest you want to go for. They tend to give you a lot of them in the reward box.
Which is convenient, if you need them for armor or something.
I think the only thing that uses warm pelts is just leather armor, though.
Not sure, actually. But yeah, they don't come up very often.
They're pretty rare. But, you know, I think we can fix the farm now, and we can help out the farm guy. And that is literally the text he just told us when we were at the farm and talked to him.
Well, consistency is good.
It's like he wrote down he wrote it all down in text and gave it over to like in like a forum, and then he had like a copy of it, and then when you came up to him, he just kind of rolled it out and we're like, "Yes, I need you to do this."
Let me read this off for you.
So you know exactly what I told the guild.
Well, I guess you can't really complain about that. It's not exactly a complicated request.
No, I can't really fault him on it. But I figured, you know, also I'd get to show off a little bit of sword and shield action as well. We won't be fighting anything too big yet. They still got us on training wheels.
Pretty much. All small monsters are chumps.
But, you know, I'm just gonna toy a little bit around with them. Do a little bit of shield bashing action just for fun. These are a bit more tougher than Kelby, so they have a fairly high KO threshold for a small critter.
A bit more tougher?
Yeah, my English is poor.
I know, but I'm going to point it out as often as I can.
Wonderful. But yes, I should have said they're a bit tougher. I know.
There you go. See, I'm helping you improve.
Indeed. And there is actually one of the targets, the Jagia. They are pretty much the females of the Jagia.
That's why they're different classifications, at least.
I'm not sure why they have a different classification, but that's possibly just because they're bigger.
No, yeah, they're a fair bit different than the normal Jackie.
Also, I've noticed by looking at, like, the Jaggy, as you'll notice, they have, like, these black spikes coming out of their tails. The Jaggy don't really, but as you can see, they're using their size to their advantage. They're sort of just hip checking you.
Yes, they're introducing you to the world of hip check.
If you haven't played the previous Monster Hunter titles, well, welcome to being hip checked. The most obnoxious attack ever.
Welcome to hip check. Yep, that's Monster Hunter in a nutshell.
Yeah. And as you can see, we're making good progress on the subquest, which is just kill the small little Jaggy. I mean, why would we just do it?
They're everywhere anyway.
Yeah. I am ignoring carving the monsters just for the sake of, like, unless I desperately needed Jaggy parts, which you won't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then, you know, I will carve things if I know I'll get something really rare or have a chance for it.
Right, but just normal Jaggy parts, not so much.
No. Jaggy parts won't be an issue, especially because if I do this mission, Jaggy parts will also be in like the reward box, and you can do this in like a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's not exactly difficult. Training wheels and all that.
Yeah. But, you know, it's a good beginner quest. It's actually a pretty good quest to test out your weapons on. because they give you
Right.
plenty of small targets.
It's taking you 5 minutes to kill a Jaggy. You might want to upgrade.
Well, or train a little bit more with your weapon. Like, I know the first time I played this game, and that was the first time I picked up any Monster Hunter title, the only weapon I could hit anything with was the sword and shield. I could not, for the love of God of me, hit with the hammer because I was trying to do the triple pound. I wasn't trying to do any charged attacks.
Yeah.
And with the lance, I couldn't hit anything because I wasn't putting the lance away and trying to do unsheathing attacks. Same with the greatsword.
Alright, these are the tricks that you learn. They're not ever told to you by the
No,
game.
this is just something you... Then eventually you go like, okay, the hammer has like a charge-up ability. Well, I could do like a whirlwind. I wonder if I can hit a lot of Jaggy with the whirlwind. Then you figure out that, oh wow, I'm destroying and wrecking these Jaggies.
Oh yes, gotta love the whirlwind for small monsters.
Then you start wondering, are any other charge attacks really good for hitting all the small mobile critters? And, you know, you sort of just work these things out on your own. Which is why I say, if you're new to the game, or the game series in general, just, you know, use these tutorial missions to train on various weapons. See what suits you the best.
Try out all the weapons, see what works, you know.
And try out, you know, try thinking out various tactics that you can use. These are, after all, very much, they got you on training wheels, and there's really no better time to train than these. But, you know, people will be impatient, so I knew I was impatient.
Oh yes.
I didn't upgrade weapons, and I used the hunter's armor set all the way up until 3-star, and like one of the later bosses there, I got murdered repeatedly.
Understandably.
Then I figured out that maybe I should upgrade away from this iron swords.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Life learned lessons of Monster Hunter.
Oh yes.
But as you can see, we got plenty of Jaggy parts in the reward box, so it's not really an issue to get Jaggy parts at the very least. And if you're kind of strapped for cash, you can probably also sell a few of them.
Or, you know, gather mushrooms.
But, you know, if you just need like a couple $100 here, and you're like, what can I see in my box?
Right.
But for now, we'll all see you next time.